Okay. Today I went to South Point and I played roulette on a new system, and I made $344 in, give or take, a little over an hour. I can tell you one thing that's really annoying that people should not do in a casino. And I'll give it, this as an example. I sat down and I was playing and trying to get, my groove of things and trying to get the system going. And, I was going really good. I was up about $226. So it's kind of close to my $300 goal. And this man who was sitting next to me, an elderly man, very nice. He was writing stuff down too, as was I. But he got curious because he kept seeing me looking like I was winning, which I was. And he started talking to me and asking me, and, I just kind of gave brief answers. I'm just doing my own thing, writing down my wins and losses, blah, blah, blah. But he kept looking and asking, and everything was kind of getting annoying. But I went ahead and humored him anyways. And finally, he was like, "Oh, I don't want to bother you, So I said, I'm thinking, good, don't, because as soon as he started talking to me, I started losing. So a little bit later on, he gets up and walks away, and I'm thinking, thank God he left, And then 2 seconds later, he's back. And now he's like standing over my machine and looking at what I'm betting, how much I have in the machine. And that's really, really rude. Okay, I don't care how you look at it, it's just rude. He's like, "Oh, you're doing good, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I see how you're doing the system, blah, blah, blah. What a great system. How did you come up with it, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, dude, I'm thinking to myself, I really don't want to talk to you right now. I want to just sit there and concentrate on what I'm doing, okay? I have money in here. It's not like I'm playing with $2 and $3, So he sits back down, he gambles a little bit more, chit-chats, and then he finally leaves. And I'm thinking, whoosh. Boy, did I dodge a bullet, right? So, of course, now I start winning. I'm back to almost at my goal. And lo and behold, guess who shows back up? Not only is he by himself, he's with his wife. And she comes up like on my shoulder, like, oh, you bet this way? Oh, I do these columns too. And oh, yeah, and he's over here. And I'm like, oh my God, and one of my bets was a push. And he's like, oh no, that's not a push. You won. And I'm like, dude, you don't know my system and what I'm doing. So as a word of advice to people in a casino, don't bother people when they're gambling, okay? It's just so rude, and it just throws off everyone's mojo, and it's just not fun. It's not cool. I went from, being up several $100s to being down several $100s in the matter of a few rolls at the roulette table. So please don't bother people. That's my tip to people when they're in a casino and they're curious. If you're curious, wait till the person stops and leaves and say, "Oh, I'm interested in how you were doing that. I didn't want to bother you." But to start talking to somebody while they're gambling is really rude. It's a huge no-no. Please don't do it. It's just rude. I don't know how else to say it. It's just rude. So that's my tip for the day from the Casino Queen. Don't talk to people when you see that they're doing something and they may have a pad and paper. Just let them do their own thing. Don't get involved. If you're curious, ask them later on, but don't stalk them. Don't bring your wife back and show her what you're doing. And it's just rude. Okay? Thanks.